Hey, Cass. How's your hand feeling?
A lot better.
Good.
I was on one of the birds, riding one of the birds, and this guy walked in front of me, and I swerved, and the bird went one way, and I went the other way. So, yeah,
This
but I
is
had big fun in Baltimore.
good. Good.
Do you still collect egg cartons for your eggs?
Um, Not really because I don't really have enough to give away anymore.
Oh, okay, because I have one, and I just put it to the side for you.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
Okay, so we're gonna go into the private. This is what the private Facebook group looks like. I'm just showing you guys how to find the templates in Canva, Cass.
Okay.
So in here, if you go right over here under yours might look different. Is everybody's in the same place? The search. Okay. So if you search and you search listing or listing presentation, it's gonna come up. It should be like the first or the fourth one down. This is what it looks like. So you should see the cover image of the guide to selling your home, and then the links, and it's from me. Does everybody have it?
Yes.
It's freezing. No, is it just me? I am freezing. Okay. Cindy, what's up?
Um, I didn't know this was the actual listing presentation. I was gonna use this as something like a leave behind.
You can do that too. Yeah, you can do that. I'll show you how you can do that too.
But can we still get help with? I still need help.
Yeah, I can help it. I mean, it's a workshop. So let me start. Let me start with this, Cindy, and
Okay.
then there's something else that you want help with.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Cass, do you have the link?
Yes. So let me ask you though, is this more hands-on? Because I already have my listing presentation done. I just was seeing if
Yes.
I needed to update it with anything else, but I think mine is fine, what I have already.
Okay. Yeah, this is more hands-on. It's the seller questionnaire, the seller's guide, the listing, the property brochure, and the trifold brochure that we're working on today.
Okay. Because
So,
I already have my little book
yep.
that I use. I
Yeah,
thought, okay.
that's what I think would be
All
good.
right. Well, I'm gonna jump off then because
Okay.
yeah, thank
Cause
you.
you wanna take a nap.
Because it's your nap
Don't,
time.
you know what? No, it's not yet. I have an hour.
Not
I have an hour.
yet.
Bye guys. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it up anyway, but in case anybody else pops in. Okay, so the links are here. So the links that you have available to you, and you can choose, you may not want to use all of them, or you might like all of them. So Cindy, for you, I think the trifold brochure would be really great as a leave behind, because you can do that for sellers or for buyers, and you can edit the once you make a copy of it, you can edit the trifold brochure, the copy, you can make it whatever you want. It's just a template of a designed item for you. So,
I was doing like a Canvas, so technically I can pull it up. I was working on the sales and buyer guide. But I was
these that I made available,
already, so good. Thank you.
like, that's what I was asking, sorry. Were you working on these that I had made available, or were you working on your own? Your own, yeah, I mean, you can work on your own, like, so, yeah, so these are already done for you. So I'm gonna start with the seller's guide, the very last one, because this is actually like your presentation, your seller, your listing kind of presentation guide. And it is a great leave behind for your sellers also.
I thought we were supposed to go into, I thought it was suggested that we go into Bold Trails and use the percent.
So yes, so that's so there's this is more, and yeah, we can talk about that and touch on that too. This is more of a physical thing, like a I don't know,
Not
a
listed
brochure
in-
or a physical thing to leave that doesn't change listing by listing. It's not property specific. Like you're gonna get like 10, 15, 20 of these printed, and you're gonna have these in storage, like stock, so that when you get a listing appointment, you're gonna put together your listing packet or box or whatever you're creating. And then these are what you're gonna take with you as your supporting materials. I can go over the actual listing presentation if in Core Present, if that's what you guys would rather focus on. You tell me, what are you guys here for today? You want this?
Yeah, I don't even have.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's go to here. Let's start with this. At the end, Cindy, I can jump into Bold Trails Core Present is done for you.
Cause I already did,
Oh, okay.
I'm just,
Mm.
I don't know,
Okay.
just a little all over.
Okay. So Core Present is your digital listing presentation that you put in the property specific address, and it's more like it pulls in your comps. You search for your comps and they're integrated into that as well. It's more specific to that seller, that property, and it's digital. You can print it out also if you want to print it out, but these are more of like a generic leap. These are just branding, marketing materials for you. Seller specific marketing materials. So what I would say is when you open this up, you want to first make a copy of it. So you're going to go up to File, and you're going to drop down and you're going to make a copy. And it's going to come up as a pop-up window. Because you guys don't want to edit the template that I set up and created, because that edits it for everybody.
Let's make it go into-
Canva. And then name it whatever you want to name it, so that you'll know when you go to Canva what you're how to search for it. So you can rename it whatever you want in the top right corner.
What's the name of that printer?
Elkridge Sharp, or whatever you named it when you installed it on your desktop, but it should be. So it's not findable. Like it's
Oh,
not like you're just gonna search for it and add it. You have to add it with the driver. Amanda or Sean can help you with it.
let me
Sorry.
do it
Get
like
my
this.
lip.
If I'm not print something off these.
Okay,
Okay, I just logged in to the camera. You said just save it.
Make
File,
it-
save.
make a copy. File, make a copy. And then when you do that, it's gonna open it in a new window. Yep, in the top right corner where it says copy of, just rename it. Just maybe you call it just seller's guide. You can take out template, or you can call it whatever you want to call it. It's just for you to be able to search for it when you go into your Canvas, you know what you're looking for. Okay. You're gonna go, oh, you've already, okay, so this is your copy of it, right? You've already made a copy. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we're gonna start editing it. So anything on here, everything on here is editable. So the first thing I want you to start with is the photo, right? Because this probably does not look like you. I know she certainly does not look like me. She's very pretty, but you want your picture on there. So you're gonna click on it. If you have your photo uploaded, you can drag and drop your photo, your headshot, into there easily. And then I'm a big fan of the silhouette images. So if, does everybody know how to make your image a silhouette image?
You mean like removing the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so there's Tina. Do you have you in there? Oh, what happened? There we go. So then the next thing you're gonna change while you're doing that, Millicent, is the photo on you can, or you don't have to, but if you're gonna change it, I would recommend picking a photo that feels like Maryland, right? We don't want a photo with like a stucco roof or, you know, something that doesn't look like Maryland. But if you go to elements, you can search for luxury colonial home. You could do waterfront. So if you like to sell waterfront or you want to market yourself as waterfront, if you sell more historic properties, whatever you feels more suited to you and your market, your database, where you're selling, what you're selling, make that your cover photo, right? If you want to focus on luxury properties and you want, because remember, you're going to print these and you're going to print probably a chunk of them at a time, maybe 25 at a time, depending on the pricing. So how do you want to present yourself, right? This isn't necessarily, you want to present yourself at the highest level that you hope to be sitting down with a seller to list a $2 million home, right? So I would kind of represent yourself that way, the way that you want to be perceived. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I really like this photo. It looks like Severna Park, Annapolis.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. It looks really pretty. Eastern Shore. So whatever picture you pick, go ahead and pick your cover image.
And you could maybe even get a couple printed with couple different covers.
Yeah,
Depending on your
you could do that too. These are going to be, because you're going to get them printed nicely. So the way that these print like booklets, staple bound booklets, and you can see they're 27 pages. They're not going to be cheap to print. So, and typically the more, you know, if you order them in chunks and bundles, you're going to get the biggest cost savings on them. So depending on how you're putting them together. Some agents though have decided they're going to order really nice paper, bright white, nicer paper, and they're going to print these themselves and bind them in the office. And then they pick a cover and a binding and they bind them themselves, whether it's a spiral bind or a heat seal bind, whatever that, you know, whatever you decide. But if you're ordering them printed from here or, you know, from somewhere, it doesn't have to be through here, but from somewhere, then it's going to cost you a little bit of money. It's an investment, right, in your marketing.
I'm glad this is a workshop, you know, so you won't throw me out, but I can't find my picture.
I'm not gonna throw you out.
I'm trying to find a picture, 'cause I know I had it here before.
so it would be in
So you guys can keep moving through here. So you can change as many of these photos as you want. If you want this one to be different, or if you want it to be a snapshot of the front cover photo, like a little corner of the front cover photo, a different photo, the same photo, the one that I have here, that's totally fine too. Meet our team. This is not our team. Please don't leave this the same as it is. But how can you use this? How can you customize this? So there's a couple different things you can do with this if you wanted to. I mean, you could obviously put yourself on here and you could put like a bio. So you could have your headshot in one of these little photo frames. And then beside it, you could put your bio but I think there's a page for your bio. Yeah, there's meet your agent. So this could also be if you work with Aisha on a regular basis, maybe you want to introduce Aisha as your transaction coordinator. If you want to introduce, if you like to work with Legacy House Title and you want to introduce Sam Houston.
We put like
Yeah.
preferred lender.
Yep, absolutely. You could put your preferred lender or two, preferred title company. You could put Sam on there as a title attorney, which is really nice, right? To be able to say, this is my title attorney partner that I work with. Your lender, your home inspector, your photographer, you could put those in here. Absolutely. Yeah, on their website, Legacy House Title, it would be on his website. And then you could just, I know he's on there, so you could just download it from their website.
Make it seem like
Thank you. Everywhere I went, everywhere but where I looked. Yeah, there he is right there. Sam Houston. So if you just right click on it or control click, you should be able to download, or you can screenshot. It's not letting me download it, but you could screenshot it also. But that would be a good one. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, a nice one to put because he is a title attorney and, you know, people like to see the word attorney for whatever reason. So you can customize that. You can also hide that page. So if you don't want that, but you don't necessarily want to delete it, you could just hide that page and move on to meet your agent. So obviously meet your agent is you. You're going to paste your bio in here, your headshot, your name, and then all of your contact information. Everything else, like the office is in, that's updated. I would put your website in here, your personal website, your email and your cell phone number. And if you don't have all of these social media accounts, delete off the little icon for the one that you don't have and recenter them all, you know, or have them all. Go ahead and create those accounts if you don't already have them. How are you doing, Millicent? Did you get your photo?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you guys want time to work on this? Your different headshot of you? So do you guys want me to, are you working on this? Do you want to come
As
back?
we were going along.
Okay.
Deleting the stuff that I don't have, but I'm good.
Okay. So meet your, because you guys can always come back and edit those. And then the get ready to sell. Again, this image, you guys can change. You can change this little script typeface. The one that I wouldn't necessarily recommend, I mean, you can change whatever you want on here. But this typeface and the color scheme is in our branded guidelines. So it's this is one of our two corporate typefaces, the Trajan, and then the color, the light blue and the navy blue are our corporate branded colors. You can, but I am not opposed to, if you want to add, and I said this to some of the gentlemen in the office. If you want to add a secondary accent color that speaks to you, like if you love red or hot pink, some of our one of our agents, Courtney Pradell, uses our navy blue and hot pink because she loves hot pink. So like her secondary color, accent color throughout is going to be hot pink. You can totally do that. You can even change it all out of blue. You don't have to keep it in navy blue if you don't want to. I just did that so that it would fit with our branded color scheme. But you can change all of these colors into your own personal colors if you choose to. Do you have, Shayla, do you have have you ever designed your own logo? Do you use your own logo for your business? What are your colors in your personal logo? Okay. Green and beige, like green, what color green? Olive. Okay. So you could do that color scheme in here if you wanted to. You totally could. You know, you could change, you don't have to use, you could change the background to an olive green. That's, you know, I don't know if that's your olive green, but because the logo is in white, you can use the white. Yeah, or you could even use your logo up here. This doesn't have to be the Hyatt & Company logo. Just remember, you know, the only guideline from the Real Estate Commission is that your brokerage name is on there somewhere, right? So whether it's on the back page or that About You panel, somewhere, right? But if you have your own branded logo, you have your own too, don't you, Cindy?
I hear you.
You hate
I hear everything.
It's not the way change my.
You having a bad day? Oh, you're fine. You're gonna be fine. I can help you. But so, yeah, so feel free to take liberty with it. Just because this is the design, I just gave this so that everybody had something to start working off of. That was branded to the company, that was easy, right? It was plug and play. If all they wanted to do was change their headshot, their name, their contact info, and their bio, everything else was pretty much ready to go. But yeah, I mean, totally feel free to modify yours any way you want. Mhm.
Where you were with the back.
Mhm.
I actually clicked on it, then I went over to the search for the luxury homes. That was a thick, it didn't pull it up.
Up here, so you have to then, let me see, you have to pick one of the. Can I get rid of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you click on this, you're gonna go to Element. And here's where you're gonna search luxury home. And then you're gonna look at all of the photos that came up and pick one that you like. When you find one that you like, you're gonna drag it and drop it. That was what I was looking at. No, it's perfect.
I can't.
I think I looked at something else.
Yeah. But it also looks like Ellicott City. I mean, that could be Montgomery County, it could be anywhere. Mine, this one kind of really makes me look hyper. Yeah, Annapolis, anything waterfront along the East Coast area. There you go. There you go. And the other thing too, like Shayla, if you were to change yours to your color scheme, pick a photo that like fits with that color tone to your color and all the interior photos, right? Like this one that's pink and black or whatever it is. You might want to pick a different interior, or maybe you want a kitchen, a luxury kitchen, or a luxury backyard, or whatever it is. But you could even, because I know do you market to a lot of military? Yeah, okay. So you can make yours, you can customize yours to have a little bit more of a military feel to it, a relocation, you know what I mean? Relocation, and maybe you have a relocation partner in here, or you have a car transport partner, you know what I mean? That helps you more with that marketing to that network. This is just clearly what it is. This is just your. Well, because I don't want to presume that everybody wants to use the same partner people. So, some agents have their own partners that they work with outside of our team. I just didn't want to, I wanted to be aware, I guess. So then there's not really like the in here throughout here, like I said, if you want to change a typeface, if you're like, this typeface is hideous, I don't like it, I can't read it, then change it, make it something that you want it to be, right? The photo, same thing with the photos. It's a really nice looking kitchen, but I don't know, maybe now I feel like green cabinets are in. So maybe find a really cool olive or, green cabinet kitchen that goes with your whole color scheme. All of the photos, all these photos can be changed. The type can be changed. You guys don't even have to keep all of this type, but this is meant to be plug and play, easy, fast. You can print it out on nice paper if you needed to and stick it into some binding, and you have a presentation by Thursday.
No,
right?
I appreciate this because I was
Good.
just on Canva on my social media, just putting stuff in my stories and stuff, and I was thinking about this. So this
Good.
makes it a lot easier because I already have the photos from some of my actual real listings
Yes.
that I use.
Yep. Good.
So yeah, I could probably have this done in like 10 minutes.
Good. You're welcome. Yeah, and some agents have used, like in all of those photos above, some of our agents have used their own previous listing photos from properties that they've sold. Here's comparables. So if you want this page in here, but you may not, so if you're printing these, right? If you're getting these printed like on nice paper and you're going to have like 20 of them, you may not want a comparable sheet in here, right? Because this is dated and it's specific to that property. So you could pull this sheet out and you could use this as a printed sheet that goes with and coordinates with your listing, your seller guide, or you can update these and include them if you're printing them yourselves. easy curb appeal tips. Same thing. I mean, this can be used, this one sheet right here can be used as a standalone flyer, a social media post, whatever you want it to be. You add your signature block and headshot to the bottom of it, and you have a little a flyer.
Perfect. That could be for my
Yes.
curb.
Yep. Nice. There you go. Photos and showing prep. So this starts to go, here's a checklist for photos and showings. So again, you could use this for all sorts of different things. You could just pull out, even if Cindy, you have a presentation and a packet already, you could print some of these pages that you don't have to do a single thing to and use them as pieces in your folder for your seller. Yeah. Here now, trusted vendors. So this is where, again, you can fill in all your trusted vendors. So you may decide to use my team versus this. You may use this instead of that. It's totally up to you guys which one you want to use. But this does need to be filled in, updated. And you can delete whichever ones you don't want. If you're not going to do this many, just delete.
Then should this all be
If a license is required to do the job that they're doing, they must, by law, you can only refer out licensed contractors. So you are responsible as an agent by law to verify their license status once a year if you're referring them out. So every year you have to go to DLLR, look them up, make sure their license is in good standing. I mean, our title and our lender team, you can trust that their license and their licenses are in good standing. But if you're referring out an electrician, a plumber, an HVAC contractor, a structural engineer, anything else like that that requires a license in the state of Maryland, a mold, a well and septic inspector, you are responsible for verifying that their license is in good standing once a year. Put an alert on your calendar, remind yourself, or just say every June 1st, I'm going to go in and make sure the licenses are still valid for all of my contacts that I refer out. But yes, they must be licensed. You cannot by law refer out an unlicensed contractor. Even if it's just like a handyman kind of thing, and you should not, as a licensee, you're not supposed to be referring out an unlicensed. Yeah.
That's for clients only.
Expand on that. As
So
clients as opposed to.
So I would only refer a licensed person to a client.
Or potential client or customer.
But a friend.
Oh yeah, friend, you can do whatever you want. If it doesn't have to do with a real estate transaction in any way, possibly you can refer. But if a friend says to you, hey, Cindy, we're going to be eventually listing our house and we'll definitely go with you. But, in the meantime, we have some things we need to do. Do you have a contractor you can refer me to that can help with like stuff around the house, handyman type stuff? That now crosses the boundary from just referring to a friend to referring to a potential future client, and it should be a licensed contractor. Now, if you want to have two conversations, hey, Cindy, I'm going to have a conversation with you as my friend. And then, Cindy, I'm going to have a conversation with you as a realtor. Right? And like, here's my realtor referral. Here's my friend referral. Like, but just be careful because sometimes friends can be the ones that burn us the hardest. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Yep. So if you go to Google, Shayla, you may not know this already. In the Google Drive, we have a folder that's the Hyatt Agent Resource Drive folder, and it's pinned at the top of the private Facebook page also. In there is a recommended trusted vendor. So it's the Hyatt & Company agent. Here it is. Resource Drive. There is a recommended vendor and contractor list. I need to go through and verify license status of everybody in there, but it's been a while. It's been a minute. But this recommended vendor and contractor list, these are people that have been vetted by somebody in the brokerage. us, another agent uses them and swears by them and says they've been great. So these are not ever going to be, like just random companies or, people that somebody at some point has not ever worked with. But there's licensed plumbers, there's a licensed electrician, general contractor, there's carpet. Dunsmore Exteriors does like windows, doors, roofs, everything exterior, signpost installation. There's all sorts of vendors in here for you too. But yes, well and septic, there's Homeland Environmental, pest control, chimney. There's all sorts of companies. John James. So yes, we can put him back on here. He just recently moved back to started working back on the Western Shore. He had moved over to Ocean City and he moved he was only doing Ocean City.
That was exclusive. I saw that he had moved there.
Yeah, and he was pretty much only doing Ocean City. I had tried to get him over here for a couple home inspections. This was years ago, and he was too busy, or he was just on the Eastern Shore. Now he's doing more over here in Maryland again. So yes, we can put him back on there. I got to get his contact information. But yes, so this is a great place to go to find people as well.
I saw using Briarwood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but they changed. Do you? Because I've had agents with some really bad experiences with them. Bad? No, I'm saying I've had agents recently with really bad experiences with Briarwood. Yeah. So but it's totally up to you guys who you like and who you want to use. So then this listing your home. So this is where you want to start to customize, right? Because if you're not going to ever do an open house for a client, remember, there are agents in the office that will host open houses for you in your listings. So even if you don't want to do it yourself, but your client or you want to be able to market that you will do open houses, there are plenty of agents in the office that will do open houses. If you're not going to pay for a virtual tour for your listings, take this off, right? You don't want to misrepresent and put stuff on here that you're not actually going to do in your marketing strategy. Make sense? Offers and negotiations, once you're under contract, steps before closing, final walk, these are all standard.
Is there virtual tour additional with the, like we purchased that booster? Do you know?
The Zillow Showcase? No, it's included with your photography package when you do Zillow Showcase. And I'll tell you a little unpaid promo video for Showcase listings. I don't care whether you guys use them or not, but Saeed now uses it on every single one of his listings. He has double-ended the last 3 or 4 listings he's put on the market. He's double-sided it because he picked up the buyer from the Zillow Showcase listing that reached out and called him directly, and he's double-ended them. The most recent one that he double-sided was a $2.6 million listing that he double-sided.
He didn't want a buyer's agent.
I know, right?
Over $1 million on a house and not having an agent represent you.
Yeah.
That is wild to me.
Yep.
That anybody would do that.
Yep. I know. I know, right? Exactly. So, you just want to update these items as well, like what a seller might pay at settlement. So just make sure you guys are reading through this and making sure that it's all correct. What they bring to settlement. Success stories. These are your reviews. So you guys want to put your reviews in here from past reviews that you've gotten from people. Hopefully you're getting reviews from clients. And then the end, this is the last page. Oh, would you look at that? I already had that photo in my presentation packet.
We can put the same photo at the end again.
Yes, you can, but I didn't even do that. I guess I had done that before because I just really like that photo, I guess. That's pretty funny. So yeah, so then your ending page, the last page of your packet. And then all of your contact information again. So that is the seller's guide. The other one that's in here, this, oh dear, seller's questionnaire. No, stop. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to where I was. I'm hitting too many buttons too fast. The next one is that questionnaire. I'm so confused right now. It like wouldn't go away. Why? I'm in here. Why are you playing that now? Okay. Back on track. So the next one that's in here is the seller's questionnaire. Again, I really like this tool because it's going to give you so much information you need for the listing anyway. And it's a nice leave behind. So you're going to click edit template when you click on it, right? And because you clicked edit template, make sure you make a copy. So you're still going to go to file, make a copy. Same thing, right? You want this to match the rest of your packet. And then, and this is, you can print this out like this. You do not need to pay to get this printed or made, right? You may not even want a cover page on it. I don't know. That's fine too. But it's a 12-page questionnaire about their property. Top 3 things you love the most about your home, unique features, best memories, favorite spot to hang out in your home, additional features, and then what renovations or upgrades they've done. I am. But I don't know how good it's going to be as we're recording, but room descriptions, what stays and what goes. Here's your inclusions, exclusions, right? All the information you need to fill out the paperwork is in this questionnaire form for you. Showings and open house info. And guys, I'm telling you, if you walk in with a packet like this, just make sure these little weird glitchy things are fixed. Like remove shoes. Remove shoes, wear shoe covers. That's where it is. If you walk in with a packet that looks like this, you've already leveled yourself up above the majority of the agents that are coming in, right? With a notepad and paper, and they're asking all of these questions.
But Tina.
Yeah.
You call this a leave behind. We need this information before the listing.
Before you get the listing paperwork signed. Yes.
Before the listing presentation.
No, you don't need this before the listing presentation. This is meant to help you. Yeah, but not to this level. This is 12 pages of information. To do your comps, that's going to be your intake call and your intake questionnaire that you're going to do over the phone, or a preliminary walkthrough. If they let you, if you have the opportunity to do a preliminary 20-minute walkthrough preview tour of their home, yeah, you can do that as well and collect all the information you need. But to do comps, you just need to know what the inside of their house looks like, if they've updated kitchens and baths or not, right? There's basic information that you need for the comps. This is more for when you go to list the property. Okay. This is going to help you, the utility service providers, the upgrades, when they were done and what was done. That's going to help you with the appraiser. That's going to help you with your descriptions, with your inclusions and exclusions, right? Community amenities, when you're writing your description for the property, it's going to help you with that. Favorite local hotspots for your description, again. So this is much, much more in-depth, detailed information. So, but if you're getting the listing signed at the listing appointment, like if you're one of those that's a closer and you went on the listing presentation and you ended up, they're ready to sign with you right away, great, get the listing agreement signed. You can leave this with them and say, I can come back and pick this up in 48 hours or so. What works for you? Don't not get the listing appointment signed because you don't have this filled out, right? This is a tool, a resource, a helper, not a hindrance. You're,
Looks good.
yeah, it looks really good, exactly. Whether or not they actually even fill it out, it just looks really good, really professional to walk in with a tool like this versus sitting there and asking them 1,000 questions when they're ready to list with you.
It screams that.
Yes.
That's what it.
Mhm. Yep.
Let me go back. with this thing.
Well, it's 12 pages. So it's not like a couple minutes. This is like, you want them to sit with this and take some time with this. This isn't like an off the top of my head facts. Like some of these, like when they did updates, the dates, they're gonna have to look some of this stuff up. They're gonna have to research some of this, like the hot water heater. When did they update that? Or when did they redo the windows or like, they're not gonna necessarily, unless they just did it because they just renovated the whole house or whatever. This is stuff they're gonna have to spend some time and sit with. Same with, some of these questions like your favorite, what you love about your home, unique features, best memories, and your favorite spot to hang out. Like, those are things you want them to sit with for a little bit, right? And take some time on.
It does, it's not a particular house,
Correct. Yep.
Right. This is, I mean, you can-
Every property.
The other one, you
Right. Yes, exactly. Yep. So now going back to the trifold brochure, the next piece is a trifold brochure that you can use as a leave behind. You can put it in your buyer pack. It's going to be a lot cheaper to print. You can leave it in your buyer packets. You can put it in your seller packets. You can take it to an event if you're doing marketing at an event. And you can print these here in the office. It's an 8.5 by 11. So it's a standard paper size. I would recommend, if you're going to print these in the office, get nice brochure paper. You can even get creased trifold scored, thank you, trifold brochure paper from like Amazon or Staples, where it's already got the creases in there for you where it's going to fold. Same thing with this one. Feel free to change the colors, the typefaces, the photos, whatever you want to change on here. But it's the outside is all about, right? It's you. So you're on the front, marketing you, all of your contact info. Make sure the QR code, you use a QR code that goes to your website, right? Yeah. Yeah, you want to QR Popple. Mhm. Yeah, you could use your Popple, your mobile business card. So that's the mobile business card. It's free that we use. It's popl.com. popl.com, Popple. And it's awesome. It's easy and it's free. So you could use a QR code to your Popple mobile business card where they scan it and they get your mobile business card link sent to them. Or it can go to your website, or it can go to your Calendly, or whatever, wherever you want it to go, right? A link tree. If you use Linktree, it can go there. Your reviews, so the same reviews that you're going to be putting into your seller guide, you can put on the back of your trifold brochure. And then on the inside, why choose me as your agent? About me, your bio, a brief bio, and then what makes my approach to selling so successful? I've seen him walking around. Go check with him. Yeah, but go ask it. Just ask him. Just say, hey there, like, is it, I need it back. Okay, cool. Yeah, because you'll have to give up your computer. So that's your trifold brochure. Like I said, it's 8.5 by 11. So you can print it two-sided, front and back. And then you just fold it and you have a really nice trifold brochure. Put it on nice paper. I can't stress that enough. I hate to see when an agent takes time and energy to create or customize a nice piece like this that could look really nice. And then they just print it on plain copier paper and fold it up. You just undid all of the credibility that you were trying to build by having a nicely designed piece to begin with. And you made yourself look cheap. So whether it's glossy brochure paper or the pre-scored folded trifold paper, but use a nicer paper for printing your trifold brochures. And then the last piece in here is a luxury property brochure. And when I get it open, it's just a 4-page, so it's 11 by 17, folds in half, double-sided. So it's 4 pages, 11 by 17 paper, folds in half for a nice 8.5 by 11 brochure, luxury property brochure. And same thing, obviously, you're just going to update all of the information, the photo, the details about the property, and you have a really nice luxury property brochure. And these you could send off to like FedEx Kinko's, Staples, someplace local where you could go pick them. I think even Walgreens might even print this size where you can get them, order the printing, and you can probably pick them up same day. So it's not like something that you have to wait a long time to have done. And then what I would do is anytime you have luxury brochures like this printed, always order extra to save for yourself, because then you want to put these in your listing presentation for the next property as an example of the type of marketing that you create to market their property, right? So when you go on that next listing and you take this one from 123 Southampton Drive that you had printed, and you show them, this is one of the most recent properties that I listed. This is what the brochure looks like. Here's how we marketed the property. Here's how I sold it in 3 days for $50,000 over list price. Is that a very different listing presentation than just saying, Mr. Seller, this is how I'm going to market and sell your property, right? It's a case study. When you take one of these along as a resource, you can do a whole kind of case study or a short story on how you list and marketed a property that got the type of results that these sellers are looking to get, right? We went in slightly under market value. We priced slightly lower to drive that market feeding frenzy. We had multiple offers within a number of hours, days. We had 6 offers to choose from, cash offers, no inspections. We sold it for $50,000 over list price. If I'm a seller, I am salivating at that listing presentation, right? As opposed to the listing presentation that's the dog and pony show, the all about you show. So this is how I'm going to market and sell your house, Mr. Seller. Questions?
The luxury. Because everybody starts their pricing off different at what they consider starts off luxury.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be, I just called it I didn't even call it a luxury. I did in the Facebook. It's just a bifold property brochure. So and depending on how some people decide they want to do this type of brochure for every single property that they list, regardless of the price of the property. So it's entirely up to you. You don't just have to use this only for quote unquote luxury properties. You can use this type of brochure for every single property that you list. And I think, let me see, I want to see. What's wrong, Cindy? You're really not happy today.
So Tina, you got those pictures when we go to settlements, that's with our buyers. Pictures. So when we're doing our Google, our reviews and things like that, I mean, is it wise to actually, once we get reviews from them, to even put that picture like
unless you're having them sign off a marketing release agreement, giving you permission to use that photo for your marketing, I would not.
But that's what I was wondering, because like when we first sign on with them, we have sign off for.
That there's nothing in the buyer broker where they release any rights to use their photo of their faces to market them, to market yourself. There's nothing in your buyer broker. And the only thing in the listing agreement that they're agreeing to is permission during the term of the listing to use photos to market their property, not them, not their faces. I would be you should be asking them, you should be getting permission. Yes, because especially if they have children and you're taking a picture with the kids in the picture also.
No, I'm talking about when we're there doing seven.
Right, I know. I'm saying some people, the kids come too, and they take a picture of the kids also holding the just sold or we just closed how signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always ask them.
Mhm. Yes, and social media is, that's different than print marketing materials that you're giving out to strangers. You know what I mean? I mean, yes, your social media, if it's public page, it can go out to strangers, but I don't know, there's a difference between printed marketing. Yes. Yes, exactly. So yes, you should at a minimum be asking verbally. And it's, if you're going to use it in print marketing, I would get written permission from them, either on like a little piece of paper where you have ChatGPT or something. Yeah, exactly. Nobody knows.
This is a lot of.
It's a lot of stock photos.
Stock
just
photos.
Photos of people that's just already out.
Yep. And in Canva, the thing to keep in mind with Canva, you don't want to just go to like Google and Google a picture of a family. You know what I mean? In Canva, any photo that you use and download or use on social media, whatever, from Canva, you have the licensing rights to utilize those photos because you're a member, because you sign up and you utilize the service. You have a right to use those photos as stock photography. Yeah. Thank you. What else? So those are the materials that are in there for your seller packets. I'm working on putting together a buyer's guide, branded buyer's guide and buyer packet. But right now that is the seller packet. Is there anything else you guys want help with or?
No, this is great.
Good.
I think for buyers, I guess it's great.
Yes. Yep.
Most of the time with buyers, I put together, like I created my own little bio and I have the sheet in the car and I give them a folder and they're like, great.
Right.
Half the time they throw it in the back of the car.
And it gets thrown away. Exactly.
They just want to go see it.
Yep. Yep.
So I don't even put that much effort into with the buyer.
Yep.
I need to listen.
Exactly. I agree. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you ladies for hanging out. I do apologize for the miscommunication. Trying to work on it. I know.